This is kind of my new baby. So I've been working on it for a while, and looked like a regular kit, but actually it's all made of recyclable material. All the shells on these toms are PVC pipes, just regular PVC pipes people use at home. And the bass drum is actually one of those big blue barrels that people store, I don't know, chemicals or water and stuff like that. So put it all together and came up with this incredible sounding set. Bit of an experiment, but also I think it goes much deeper than that, because I'm really into eco-friendly initiatives, trying to promote more awareness about environmental issues, recycling, what have you. But I want to do it through the medium of arts, and more so for me personally, through my art of drumming. So I decided to make something. It was a fun project, but this is nothing new. People have done loads of stuff with, with things with pipes and all kinds of stuff. And you get on YouTube, on the net, there's a plethora of videos on people making pipe drums, all kinds of stuff. But this has become a serious kit. This is a real product. This is a real drum. It's not just messing around with pipes and trying to make some sounds, or not a gimmick. This has become a real deal. You've seen the videos, and I'm really happy with it. It sounds incredible. The way the shells are made, it cuts through and stuff. So this is my new, part of my Green Beat eco-friendly initiative. This is called the Eco Drum. I was actually inspired to make this because I started my percussion group called Attache last year. Again, part of my Green Beat thingy. And so I just thought we'll make instruments out of all kinds of recyclable material. It's a good fun project, but also goes way deeper, because I do a lot of workshop, masterclasses, workshops for children, musicians, and just general people from all walks of life. And I thought, okay, let's take all this material and make something out of it. So this inspired me to go further, dig deeper, and say, why don't I make a kit for myself? I've been very lucky to be able to play some of the best drum sets in the world and got so many endorsements from everybody. Now I got my own kit. I can call it my own kit. I'm always about having my own voice, my individuality, being me. A lot of people know me for what I am, who I am, the way I play. So now it's my sound, So I think that's important for us to have it. That's why I made this thing. I think, especially in today's music scenario, I think it's very, very important for every artist, every musician, anything creative, any creative endeavour that you do, is to have your own voice, because we're all made different. There's no two people. There's only one of me, one of you, whatever. And a lot of times we forget that. We forget it, and there's so much information on the net now. I mean, it's incredible, technicalities, but too much. We lose focus, and then we just copy and take so much, we forgot about ourselves. So I think that's very important. If you want to have your own voice, you have to dig deep. I mean, so you go around listening, keep an open mind, assimilate, and then put out your own version of what it is. If not, everybody sounds the same. There'll be a million copies and only one original. That's the difference. I think that's very, very important. Yeah, but I've been asked the question about teaching creativity. People always ask me, you're always so interesting, you play whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, so can you teach creativity? I always answer with a big, definite yes, of course. You can. People think you have to be born with creativity or whatever. No, it's very simple. It's when I teach a student how to play drums, learn, of course, I teach them the basics and stuff, rudiments, get the foundation. But I don't just teach them how to play drums. I teach them how to think for themselves. So, very simple example. I play, let's say the four notes, is 16 going. Now that's one way. So I say, what else can you do? We go backwards. Still four notes. You can go. You can go. So I teach them maybe 3 versions of something and say, okay, now you come up with 3 versions of your own. So slowly what happens is, they learn how to think for themselves, not waiting for me to show. Now do this, now do that, now do this. So after a while, you get into it and slowly they start thinking for themselves and go, wow, there's so many possibilities. So that's one simple way of explaining how you teach creativity for me. For me, I think the outcome of this whole masterclass workshop thingy, that the people are going to go out of this with a broader idea about what rhythm, drumming, percussion, soundscaping, and all that area of this subject matter that we're dealing with. They're going to come out not just learning how to play better drums, different styles of playing, but I think a lot more about music itself in general. I think that's more important. The music comes first and everything else goes on top, Without music, drum solo is a drum solo, but still, it's all got to work together. So it's got to be a very broader thing. It just can't be about drum. It doesn't work that way. So you come up with a much bigger picture of what this whole thing is all about. And that's more important for me. So who should attend? Do I only want drummers, percussionists? No, not necessarily so. Musicians who play keyboardists, bass players, vocalists. It's so important to understand rhythm. Otherwise you can't play music. But then again, you have the others who have no experience at all about music, or maybe never even touched an instrument. They want to play drums. They should come too, because they have an idea of how interesting this thing is. And I think the first thing is to get people excited about things. Then they become passionate about it. With passion, you learn things so much faster. Rather than telling, you go and study and learn drums. When they see the overall idea about this concept of drumming and sounds and everything, they're going to say, wow, I like this, And but on the other hand, if you just want to go there and just why not too? You're going to get that too. So